Okay, so let's start. Deborah.
Hi, Katja. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Yeah, I was doing some general releasing this morning on control and security
Mhm.
without a problem. But when it came to releasing on approval, I just kept getting stuck. So I was hoping to get some assistance on releasing approval.
Mm, that,
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I just, every subject, whether it was success or family or whatever it was all coming up, of me wanting approval. So I thought, okay, I'll do like a cleanup or a general release. And I was going nowhere. And a couple times I just fell asleep.
Mm, okay. Falling asleep isn't bad. It's it's can be helpful, but yeah, wanting approval is pretty basic, deep in all of us. So it's very, I would say, normal that you have to release a few times and that it will keep coming up. But do you want me to work with you one-on-one, or do you want a group release?
A group release is good. And then I'll check back in with me at the end.
Yes.
Okay, that works.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Let's do that.
Could I just say, Cassie, I can hardly hear you. I've got you on full volume.
Okay, let's
Is there
see.
anything you can do?
Oh,
I can hear you perfectly. That's the only thing I can say.
Sounds very low to me.
okay, it should be fine. It's
Right.
let me check the audio.
I can hear okay too. I'm on a headset, but I can hear fine too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on a phone, but I can hear you, but it's very, very low. But if that's okay, if everyone else can hear.
Okay. I should have it should be pretty high, as high as it gets what I'm speaking, what it's sending out. So let's hope. I'll try to be close to the mic and let's hope everyone hears enough. Okay, so let's do a group release on wanting approval. First of all, just let yourself stop or pause and just be. And then let yourself think about some situation where you are wanting control, wanting approval. Something that might be coming from earlier today, some weeks or days before, or years back. Or some event in the future where you are expecting or wanting to be approved. Just notice all the memories and expectations that come up. All the stories that are connected. And the people, the one or more people you can feel yourself wanting approval from. And just notice how it feels. And then would you welcome how personal it feels? That it is you who is wanting approval from them. And notice and welcome how important getting the approval feels. And then, just for now, as best you can, could you let go of wanting their approval? Would you let go? And when? And again, notice how important it feels to get their approval. And allow it to feel as important as it feels. And then, as best you can, could you let go of believing that you need theirs or anyone's approval? And if that brings up any resistance, any uncomfortable feelings, just notice that. And then check, does wanting approval make you feel approved? Does it make you feel relaxed or happy? Does it make you feel more loving and more at ease? So, as best you can, could you let go of wanting anyone's approval? And would you notice the acceptance and approval that is here already? And allow yourself to open up to that acceptance, that approval. And notice how that acceptance doesn't need you to do or be anything. How that acceptance is unconditional, here, already. And allow yourself to really open up to that approval and acceptance. And notice how it's not coming from anyone particular. How it doesn't need you or anyone else to do anything. And again, let yourself think about that person or those people whose approval you feel you need. And could you allow yourself just to approve them? Approve the wanting approval, if there's still some of that left. And notice how you have that approval, that approving capability in you. And allow yourself to give approval to yourself, to those people, to the life itself. And notice the love and acceptance where the approval arises from. And let it fill you up. And fill you up. And just let it and yourself be. Good. Okay, Deborah, how was that?
That was good. The only thing I had was some, what was just questions of, I just need to release on trying to figure it out.
Yes, yes. And that is very common too. And it is already allowed and accepted as well.
Yes.
So do you need any more assistance, or is that something you feel?
Just a little bit more, because
Mhm.
there's just this just general wanting of an answer that
Mm.
will just turn off the wanting, the
Yes.
control, the secure. Like, what's the answer? What's that button? Have I reached it yet? That's all that keeps going through my mind now. Even when as I'm doing the exercises, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. It's coming.
So could you welcome to get there?
Yes.
And could you welcome the sense of urgency, that there's a rush, and the sense of lack?
Yes. And yes.
Mm. And then welcome the wanting to know, wanting to figure it out.
Yes.
And just for now, could you let go of wanting to know the answer? Just for now. You can go back to it later if you want to.
Yes.
And would you be open to the possibility that the answer is already here?
See. I, yes.
And would you be open to letting the answer unfold as it does?
Yes.
And can you notice how in this moment there is no lack?
Yes.
So how does it feel now?
Feels clear. There aren't any questions coming up. I'm getting rid of zero.
Good.
So let
Good.
me hurry up and get off before something comes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Okay. And Sharon.
Hi, Cassia. I'm feeling very triggered right now. I've got a lot of emotion in my throat.
Mhm.
I'm really struggling to hear you. Just feel this is the first call I've been able to get on in a week. I've been on another couple of calls. One didn't go ahead, and the other one I couldn't raise my hand because of technology issues. And I feel like now this is the situation I can hardly hear you, and I just feel like I'm just so desperate for some support. I just feel like the same things just keep happening. It feels like you're mistreated. I just feel like I just feel powerless constantly with like the authorities, with my living situation. And I couldn't allow in the approval from God or beingness right there because I just feel so triggered.
Yes. So could you just welcome how that feels right now?
just feel like I'm on my own with this and I'm left out of life.
I'm sorry?
I just feel like I'm on my own with all this
Mm,
and
yeah.
I feel left out of life. And I've got such a heaviness in my throat.
Mm. So could you welcome how lonely or unsafe that feels?
No, I can't.
Notice it if you can't welcome. Can you just notice how that feels?
Yeah, feels overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Is there wanting to change that?
Probably because I just feel like I'm dealing with one challenge after another, which is just too much to deal with, too much to cope with.
So
It's just like one thing after another. I went to a funeral yesterday and there's just been so many funerals in our family. I just can't cope with it anymore. It's just too much.
Mm.
Just too many things to deal with.
and that sense that it's too much, does that feel true and meaningful? Or true? Let's start with the true.
It feels like it's too much to deal with.
Mm-hmm. So let it feel as overwhelming as it feels.
I don't feel I can actually allow that fully because it would just be too much.
As much as you can. That's enough.
And welcome it as best I can.
Yes,
Yeah.
good. And then could you allow it to feel as light and passing as you can get the hang of it. If you can imagine it was just happening in a movie.
I'm not sure I can do that right now.
So let it feel as meaningful as you can right now, as much as you can.
I feel like it stops my breath when I do that.
So could you then welcome, I get the sense that there's expecting it to continue the same way?
Possibly, yeah.
So could you welcome or notice how much you
I can't see any way out of it, that's why.
Yes, I understand. But could you let go of believing you have to know the way out? What if the way out can be found without you knowing it in advance?
Would be really helpful.
I'm sorry?
Really would. That would be really helpful to be open to that.
Often
Yeah.
we think we need
Maybe
to.
because I keep
Yeah.
trying to work out how to move out of it.
You're breaking up a little bit now, but.
We need to what? Sorry.
Can you repeat what you said?
I didn't hear what you said, Katja.
I said
Yeah.
Yes, that often we feel.
I said I didn't hear what you said.
Yes, can you hear me now?
I said I could open up to, not needing to.
Good. Good.
I can hear you, yes.
And could you let go of any belief that the future will be the way the past has been, how it's been this far?
Yeah, I'd like to let that go.
As much as you can, as best you can. And would you again open up to the possibility that even though you don't know how it looks yet, it can sort itself out? And
Yeah, I'd like to be open to that, yes. Thanks.
good. And would you again let go a little bit of expecting it to be as it's been?
Yes, I can.
Good. And open up again to the all or the life to support you.
Yes, I can.
Good. And again, let go a little bit of expecting the future to be as it's been.
It feels really difficult to do that, but I'm doing the best I can.
Well, has the
Yeah.
life ever been different than you expected?
I didn't quite hear what you said, Katja.
I asked just that, has the life ever turned out different than you expected?
Yeah, but it seems such a long time ago. Yeah, it has, yeah.
Yes. Mind makes
Yeah,
these kind of decisions, or what are they now? Expectations a lot quickly, that if something has happened this far, it only means it must happen again. Or this, if it's been rough
yeah,
recently, it must be rough in the future as well. But
yeah.
could you, as best you can, let go of expecting it to be rough again?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Yeah.
And would you open up more again to the possibility that it can work out much better than you can imagine?
Yeah, I'd like to be open to that, yes.
Good.
Yeah.
And would you be open to the possibility that you have the help and support you need when you need it?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Yes, thank you.
So how does it feel now?
It still feels a bit heavy, but when I was opening up, there was a little bit of more space as well. So,
Good.
yeah, just, I don't know, maybe it's something that I need to do a few more times, to be honest. But yeah, I'll listen to the recording. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
But I
that.
appreciate your support. Your support here, so thank you for that.
Good.
Yeah, thank you, Katja.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, and then Bob.
Hi, Kathy. It's a long time. Good to see you.
Hi.
Hi. That was so good, both of them. That helped me a lot. I still have a little bit, so I'm dealing with something, a couple of things, but I have anxiety in my stomach,
Mhm.
and I'd like to release on anxiety and stress, but I'd like to couple it a little bit, if possible, with the first release you did with wanting approval. And
Mhm.
the second release you did of like the urgency, and there was something you said in the end, and I thought, oh yeah, that really helped me now. But I can't remember now because it was so good. I almost fell asleep on it. But
Oh.
anyway, I have a bit of a knot in my stomach because I'm dealing with something big,
Mhm.
and I'm waiting on somebody to give me an answer about it if I can move forward with it. Yeah, and it's scaring me, so it's a big issue. So yeah. So I would like it as a group release, so I'm fine with that.
Group release on anxiety and
Connected with approval and what you did also with Sharon, a combination of Deborah's and Sharon's. That was really good. You can. I know. I don't know if you remember everything, but it was good.
I don't remember everything, but let's see how it goes. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go on mute.
Yes. Okay. So let's do a group release. So first of all, just allow yourself again to pause and be. And then notice if there's any anxiety about whatever, and notice whatever that brings up. And notice all the memories the mind is bringing up. Notice all the expectations that are coming up. All the fears or resentments, attachments or aversions. All the expectations about how this thing might turn out or how you would want it to turn out. And just welcome it all. And then would you welcome how personal all of that feels? And then notice all the wants connected to that. All the wanting approval, wanting to get approval from others or from yourself. The wanting to control, wanting to be controlled by the situation. Notice the wanting safety and notice the wanting to be one or wanting to be separate that are rising with that issue. And then just notice everything that's arising and notice how it's spinning like a carousel around your head or in the air. And then would you notice the space and peace where that spinning is appearing in or on? And just for now, as best you can, would you allow the spin to just be and dissolve as best you can? And again, think about that thing that brings up anxiety. And notice how it might still feel important, like it has the power over you, power over your life. And then, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to give your power away to that thing? Or could you let go of wanting to give your power away to other people, to their approval or disapproval? And would you let go of wanting to give your power away to the world, to other people, situations that might make you feel unsafe? And notice how the safety is actually rising from the peace and acceptance and love that are here already, beyond any want, any anxiety, any thought or feeling or belief. And then once again, think about that thing that used to cause you anxiety. And see if you still remember how it felt when you were anxious about that thing. And could you allow that thing, being anxious, to stay in the past where it belongs? And could you let go of wanting to bring that anxiety with you to the present moment? And could you let go of expecting to feel anxious again? And would you notice the peace and space and love that are here already, that don't expect or demand anything from you, that aren't lacking anything, that are never going to run out? And would you notice how that peace and love are something you can't be late from? You're never too late or too early. You can't get it wrong. And would you allow yourself to open up to the peace and love and acceptance? And allow yourself to be guided and supported, whatever the unfolding brings. And notice the peace and love, and let yourself rest in the knowingness that the unfolding is unfolding and you are being taken care of, even when the mind doesn't see or notice it. And just open up to the peace and acceptance. And let yourself be. Good. So, Barbara, how
That
was
was amazing. You are amazing, Katja. I just love the way you guided that.
Oh,
And what you did with Deborah and Sharon. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
oh, thank you for asking, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. And Lawrence, hi.
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 I'd like some facilitation with a sense of pointlessness or lack of motivation,
Mm-hmm.
nihilism, that kind of thing, apathy.
Okay. So, could you just welcome how it feels this moment?
Yes,
And could you welcome the expectation that that will continue in the future?
that's the key. Yeah,
And
that's the main point.
So could you let go of believing you know how the future will unfold?
No,
No? Okay. So would you allow yourself to really hold on to the idea?
about this one thing, I'm certain.
That this will continue.
Yeah.
Okay. So has it ever happened that you have believed something is going to happen and then it didn't?
Yeah,
So could it be this is also one of those things? Is there,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. So could you be open to the possibility that it might change?
Yeah.
And
Quite a thrilling possibility, actually.
yes,
It's quite a thrilling possibility. Yeah.
yeah. And what if what if that feeling isn't yours? What if it wasn't yours?
It would probably be more fluid then.
But what if it was just something arising that you picked up?
Yeah, possible.
And if it isn't yours, do you have to take it seriously?
If it weren't mine, then no.
So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just for now, just pretend it isn't yours.
Yeah, I pretend it's like a cloud in the sky.
And is there more sky or more of the clouds?
Right now, there's much more sky. The feeling is actually quite light.
Good. And is the sky in any way affected by the clouds, even when it's really cloudy?
I really want this to be a serious problem.
Okay. And I'm not denying you. Do you enjoy having it as a serious problem?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's if it were enjoyable, I wouldn't be on the call.
If it wasn't,
If it were enjoyable, being the one with this problem, etc., I wouldn't be on the call.
yes.
and yet part of me is seems to want to be very serious about it. I'm just noticing that.
Yes, we all do that.
Yeah.
We get attached to what we call
Yeah.
our problems. Yes.
Yeah. That's
So could you let go of wanting to be attached to that problem?
I think so.
And would you?
Yes.
And when?
Now.
And could you allow yourself to focus more on the sky than on the clouds?
Yes.
Good. And how does it feel now?
Yeah, it feels like there's potential.
Good. Good.
Particularly if I would let go the expectation of it to continue or happen again.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like there's a lot of potential there
Yes.
for the sky to bring new things.
Mm. So could you let go of expecting it to happen again? Or
I
continue?
could.
Good. And would you?
I could. I would.
And when?
Right now.
Good. Very good. And would you be open to the kind of a daring thought that future might actually be better than you can imagine right now?
Yeah.
Good.
It does seem very possible.
Brilliant. That's good. We are kind of lousy at predicting the future. We believe
Yeah.
in good, but we are quite lousy. So it's often there are much better possibilities than we let ourselves believe or expect.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So is that good for now, or is there still some?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for asking and coming. Okay. And Debbie. Hello.
Hello. I'd like to release betrayal and the lack of safety.
I'm sorry, betrayal and
The perception of lack of safety then because of
okay.
it.
Now,
No, I can't welcome it.
can you just notice how it feels this moment? Mm-hmm. And can you notice all the stories the mind is bringing up? And can you notice how personal it feels?
Yes.
And then would you notice all the wanting to change what happened?
Yes.
And then would you welcome the sense that you know how it should have gone?
Yes.
And can you then check, does wanting to change it actually change it?
No.
So just for now, could you let go of wanting to change it?
For now. For
Yes.
this moment.
For now is enough.
Yes.
And just for now, could you notice that part of yourself that is still okay?
Yes.
And then notice the part that is hurting, that feels unsafe.
Yes.
And then could you welcome that part into the part or area where it feels safe and okay?
Yes.
And then check if there's any wanting to revenge or get back.
Yes. Revenge.
Yes. And could you just notice and welcome that?
Ooh. For this moment, I could.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then could you just allow that part that wants revenge to be, and notice how you can notice that it's not the whole of you.
Yes.
And then again, let yourself dive into the wanting the revenge, feeling hurt and angry as much as you feel is right this moment.
Yes.
And then let yourself notice the part that is at peace, part that is okay and doesn't need anything, not even the revenge.
Yes.
And again, notice the wanting revenge.
Yes.
And notice the peace.
Yes.
And notice wanting revenge.
Mhm. Yes.
And notice the peace.
Yes.
And then as best you can, could you allow the wanting revenge to melt back to peace?
Hmm. It's almost like it's afraid it'll happen again if it's not there.
Yeah, okay, good. Good that it's coming up. So do you welcome the fear that it will happen again, or it might happen again?
Yes.
And could you let go of wanting to protect yourself through holding on to revenge or the feeling of revenge?
Yes.
Uh,
Mostly.
hmm?
Mostly.
Yes. 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 Yeah, we aren't. Thoughts come and go, and those include what we might judge as bad thoughts. And we often judge if we feel we want revenge, but it's just a feeling. We didn't choose it to come and choose to feel that way. And the more we open up to them, the kind of quicker they just float by. So it's good to notice they are here, and they will, well, for a while, and then they will leave. So would you notice that peace again, that, well, all the feelings appear in our own?
Yes, I do feel the peace again.
Good. And would you open up to being guided and supported by that peace, no matter what?
Hmm. Yes, I'm open to that.
Good. And would you open up to it a little bit more? And a little bit more.
Yes.
And would you notice the courageousness that is here already too? And the strength that is here in the peace.
Thank you.
Wow.
Strength. Thank you.
It's good now.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. So, we have 5 minutes. Yes, it's been wonderful. Thank you. Just I have a notice to make that I'll be doing. I have a support call in 2 weeks, and then I'll be having a break. I'll be traveling since the beginning of June. So I will have a summer break in these support calls, and I will let you know once I'm back and ready to start again. But it will be a longer break. I won't be at home during the whole June at least. But I'll be having another call in 2 weeks. But I'll make a really quick group release about wanting to change, as I think that's what's common for nearly everything that we are wanting to release and what we feel uncomfortable with. So, let yourself think about something you don't like this moment. It doesn't matter what it is, how small or how big. Just notice how it makes you feel. And then just notice the sense that it's not right, that it isn't the way it should be. And then notice how much you would want it to be different, how much you would want to change it. And then, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to change it? And would you? And when? And think about that thing again that seems to be somehow wrong. And notice the sense that you know how it should be. And could you let go of believing that you know how that thing should be? And would you be open to the possibility that the life sorts itself out? That it isn't up to you to control the life? And what if everything right this moment was just fine? Not a second back, not a second forward, this exact moment. And would you allow yourself to rest in the knowingness that all is well and everything is unfolding perfectly, even when we or our minds can't see it? And just for this moment, allow yourself to just relax and be, and allow the life to unfold. Good. Okay. Thank you. It's been lovely. Again,